Round 1. Fight!
Welcome back everyone to another episode of ShadeTV. My name is Marissa Hill and I'm super excited to go through the collaboration with KITH as well as ASICS on the Marvel vs. Capcom collection. I was able to get the Iron Man and Mega Man. This is the Gel-Nimbus 10.1s. Let's take a quick sneak peek. Welcome back everyone to another episode and styling segment of ShadeTV. My name is Marissa Hill. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome on in. Be sure to hit that subscribe down below. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy these unboxing and styling segments. Today we're going to be talking about a collaboration with KITH and ASICS on the Marvel vs. Capcom collection that just recently dropped, and I was able to snag the pairing of the Iron Man and Mega Man variation, and this is the Gel-Nimbus 10.1. All right, so first we'll go through the overview of these, jump into size and fit, followed by how I style this really cool dual color combination. Then we'll conclude with how these are currently doing on the resale market. Let's jump right into it. All right, so those of you who are huge Ronnie Feig fans or KITH fans, this is not the first time that he has collaborated with the ASICS team. This is actually the third time that he has collabed with ASICS, and I feel like ASICS is always kind of a collaboration that happens towards the end of the year, almost as if everyone's kind of done their top 10 list for sneakers, and then they have to change their list because Ronnie drops something amazing. And I will say, as far as packaging goes, we'll get into that after I kind of go through the overview of both of these sneakers, but the packaging is insane. It kind of feels like when you unbox something from Apple and it's perfectly packaged. Well, Ronnie is at it again with an impeccable job with the packaging and just the customization of how he's really catered it to each of the characters that are being used on the different sneakers. So again, this came in different variations and different silhouettes as well. So this is the Gel-Nimbus 10.1, but this also released in two different variations, the Gel-Kano. So it was also Wolverine as well as Ryu. So those were single packs. And then there's the Gel-Kano 12.1, Guile, and Captain America pack. So really excited that I got this pack, just because I feel like as far as color variations go, these were the two best colors that released. But of course, it also released with a lot of different other accessory items, clothing items, and I was able to get one of the t-shirts that released. So this is a really cool Spider-Man shirt. Let me just stand up, and this is Spider-Man symbiote. See if you can kind of see how cool the graphic is on here. It actually kind of matches, even though obviously it's not the same character, but Mega Man's color schemes perfectly. And if you were able to get one of the tees, you actually got a comic as well. So let me kind of show you the comic book that I got with this t-shirt here. One of the cool things about the Marvel drops that Ronnie typically does with each of those releases is it comes with a comic book. So I haven't yet opened the comic book that came with this pack, so really excited to show you which comic I got. Let's actually go through the sneakers first, and then we'll go through the pack. So as far as the Iron Man color, this is probably my favorite color scheme of all the different sneakers. I just think like this fire colorway literally with the gradient effects, looks so beautiful. We've got almost like a shimmery kind of fiery tone as well. It really is just on this glossy finish on the front of the upper here, but like the gradient effect kind of makes it look like it's on fire. But of course, this is perfectly matched to Iron Man's color scheme. We've got the KITH Gel-Nimbus 10.1 on the front there in black with some nice red laces. And as far as the Mega Man goes, this has the same cool gradient effect, except it's in that cool blue color scheme. And then we've got some silver tones on the front of that toe box with some light sky blue laces, again with the Gel-Nimbus 10.1 logo on the front of the tongue there and the gradient effect on both tongues. But these colors are really vibrant in hand, and just on foot they look amazing together. All right, so let's take a look at those details then. We'll move into the side panels and then we'll check out the box. All right, so wrapping around to the side panels, again, on both of these, you're getting that really cool gradient effect, and this one again in those cool blue tones, and this one in this fiery tone and finish. And then on the back, we're getting KITH's logo on the back of each in different color variations, and just very subtle logos on each. We've got ASICS in silver on this one, and then ASICS in this nice kind of orange fire red colorway on the Iron Man variation. And of course, one of the coolest parts with any of the Marvel collaborations that Ronnie has done is the insole. So the insole has both characters, and it looks like when you put them side by side, they're actually fighting each other. And then it actually has a nice kind of hand stitched tag with ASICS and KITH on the inside. And then one says Marvel versus Capcom. So let me just try and hold it up close so you can kind of see. So again, for those of you who don't know, this collaboration was based off of a game. So it was Marvel vs. Capcom, and one of the cool things was it allowed you to play these characters that you typically wouldn't be able to play in different universes, different worlds. And so these are two different worlds. So you've got Marvel and Capcom. Obviously, Mega Man is from Capcom and Iron Man is from Marvel. So really cool that he has really gone through the archives of that game and decided to do a collaboration that really depicts these different characters kind of combating each other side by side. And you'll see when I show you the box what it looks like, but it's just so well done. As far as the midsoles go, we've got just a nice clean kind of off-white tone and finish for Mega Man, and a nice just light orange for, or almost like a not pearlescent, but a coral colorway for the midsole on the Iron Man. Then for the outsole, we've got two different colors, so black on this, red on this one, and that will complete the look of both of the sneakers. One of the things I just noticed too that's kind of cool on the Gel-Nimbus is actually how it's laced on the bottom here. So this is not typical, and you can lace it all the way down however far you want it to go, but that's just a really cool subtle variation. But where these eyelets are, very, very different. It's not often that you have that option to put them in different eyelets, and that kind of will change the look and feel of the upper of the sneaker. All right, so now let's get into the packaging. I'm gonna stand up so we can kind of break this down. I'll take the first pack up. So this is how the box kind of looks on the outside. It's nice and stacked, but we've got Guile, Mega Man, Iron Man, and let's just Captain America on the top there. I'm gonna open it up because it literally looks like a game. And we've got player 2, player 1, and each of the sneakers came inside of here. So let me just open that up so you can kind of see what it looks like. So each of the sneakers came inside of here, and the tissue paper has different characters on it. So even from the tissue paper, you're getting some really cool artwork on there. This is by far one of Ronnie's best packaging that I've seen on one of his sneaker collaborations. Then we've got the characters here, so Marvel and Capcom on one side, and then KITH's logos displayed there perfectly, but how cool is this packaging? On the sides as well, I want to show you how we have Ryu on one side, and then we also have Wolverine, which kind of makes sense that they're on the side since I guess they've got the single packs. And let's see, the other box is exactly the same, but I'll pull it out anyways, just so you can kind of see the two side by side. And then let's flip it around so you can kind of see the back with the Marvel Capcom logo on the back. All right, so before I show you the comic, I almost forgot to mention that there are two different additional lace sets that come with each of the shoes. So for Iron Man, you've got this dual combo of a reddish gray and then just a simple black color scheme. And then for Mega Man, you get red and this dual combo of blue and gray. Okay, so now let me show you on here where exactly the comic is. So you've got the little sticker here, so it shows that it has not been undone with that seal. Last of that. Okay. Oh, bummer. I got the same one. I was hoping that it would be different, but we've got two of the same comics. But really cool kind of little compartment in here. It was a little difficult to get open, but we made it through. We did it. So let's take a look at all those last and final details, and then we'll jump into size and fit on these. For the Gel-Nimbus 10.1s, I feel like this is true size. Pretty much all of my ASICS sneakers are true size. I'm typically a size 7.5 in men's or a size 9 in women's. I do feel like ASICS tend to fit a little bit more on the narrow side. So if you have flatter, wider feet, that could subtly differentiate just because we have different types of feet. So take that into consideration when trying to find your perfect fit. All right, so now let's jump into how I styled this. So for the first look, I kept it pretty simple with a tank and a pair of cargo pants. Nice all black look just to really make these sneakers pop. Then for the second look, I decided to wear a nice satin skirt in black, and I just decided to go with a simple bomber jacket. And then for the last and final look, I wore a black tank top with a bomber jacket on top and some nice just bell-bottom black pants. right, so now let's talk about how much this retailed for. So these retailed for $450 for the pack, and there is a little bit of resale going for these pairs, depending of course on your size, between $450 to around $1,000. All right, everyone, that is it for this unboxing and review. If you joined us for the first time, thank you so much. Be sure to hit that subscribe down below if not already subscribed to the channel, and give this video a thumbs up if you have not already. My name is Marissa Hill. This is ShadeTV. We'll catch you on the next episode.